Kelsey's here with the first look at traffic. Good morning, Kelsey.
Good morning.
Hi, you guys. Good morning. Unfortunately, some bad news to start us off. You know, with this nice weather, there's a lot more motorcyclists out there, and today we have a crash already being worked on. We don't have a jam cam in that particular area, so right now let's just give you a live. Soda 55 is closed, so if you're heading in this direction, definitely something you want to use some caution as you approach the situation. It's always a reminder that when the weather is nice like this, there are more people out there on bikes, whether they're motorized or not, on foot as well. So just keep your eyes open for them. All right, it's just a tick after 5:39, and so let's get right now to weather on the Keith. Good morning, everyone. Well, some good news if you're traveling around the area of Highway 55 and Highway 5. We did have a crash involving a motorcyclist that shut down the ramp going from 5 onto westbound 55 for a short time, but that is back open. However, the situation is still actually sitting there. The motorcycle itself, no details on the condition of the driver of that, but we can use this as a reminder that when it's this nice out, you're going to be seeing motorcyclists, bikers, walkers, so just keep your eye out for them. We don't want to see anyone getting hurt, obviously. Here's a look at I-94 Cretin Avenue, where once again we are dealing with that far left lane closure in the westbound direction here as you enter the Highway 280 I-94 improvement project zone. It's been slowing us down a little bit because formerly we just had the far right lane of traffic. Each day, though, gets a little better. We're hoping for the same today. Let's look at, of course, I'll be keeping my eye on things to see if that starts to happen, which it likely will. We're going to go take a quick break now, so stick with us. We do have a few crashes out in our Twin Cities roadways to tell you about. The good news is, though, most of them are happening on the side of the road where we have the least amount of traffic at this hour. This is 35W near County Road 42 down in Burnsville. We do have a crash here. As you see those flashing lights, looks like a vehicle definitely facing the wrong direction. This are people on this side going southbound, though, and typically we have the heavier traffic right now heading in the northbound direction, so hopefully this won't slow too many of you down. Also, in the Northwest Metro, this is on I-94 at Highway 101. That stretch from Rogerson to Maple Grove, definitely a busy area at this hour, but it's usually eastbound traffic that is heaviest, and you do see here that is definitely filling up and maybe a little distracted by the crash that happened on the westbound side, so possibly still going to see some delays just because people are checking it out. Going to now a spot where we had for a short time a ramp closure this morning. There was a motorcycle accident on Highway 5 right at that Highway 55 ramp. The ramp closed for a little while. It is back open, but still some people out on foot dealing with that situation. No details on any injuries. I would expect that I would have heard. Highway 5 around the airport, not only do we have that motorcycle crash that is being dealt with, but we also still have some single file traffic due to construction. I'll give you an even wider look at the Twin Cities map in about 10 minutes. Right now, let's get back over to Tom and Don.
All right, Kelsey, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is June 6th, and you're waking up to what will be another beautiful day. Out on our roadways, an all right start for those of you about to head out the door. We do have a few crashes to get to, though, really quickly. This is 35W down in Burnsville, County Road 42. Fortunately, it happened on the southbound side. Right now, most of the congestion happening on the northbound side. This is 94 up in the Northwest Metro at Highway 101. Again, at least the crash happened on the side where we have fewer drivers at this hour, but as you can see, it looks like even the eastbounders impacted by the cycle accident earlier this morning down at Highway 5, the ramp to Highway 55 westbound. So that's near the airport, so prepare for that. You'll come across that as you make your way around this area. Also, remember, Highway 5 around the airport is down to single file, so you want to allow extra time if you are heading to the airport. The north side of town, 35W southbound, heavy traffic, several closures related to construction in that area. I'll detail that coming up a little bit later in the 6 o'clock. Obviously, more people are heading out onto our roadways because it's getting a little bit more crowded out there. At 641, we're looking at some stop and go conditions, unfortunately, at 35W. This is in the northern suburbs. As you're approaching that junction of Highway 10, prepare to put the brakes on. This has to do with some construction in the area, including some closed ramps at County Road 10, as well as a stretch of Highway 10 that is closed. That's between 35W 96, and the new detours are just adding to the congestion already in this area during the morning rush hour. Some other construction to talk about. It's nothing new. I-94 between the areas of Highway 280 and Hiawatha. We're down to 3 lanes of traffic instead of 4, and we're still adjusting to the fact that it's switched from the far right lane of traffic being closed to now the far left lane of traffic. Something to think about over the weekend is that 94 eastbound between Hiawatha and 280 will be closed. Last weekend it was westbound, this week eastbound. Right now, those you saw traffic flowing freely. Here's a look at 35W down in Burnsville. We do have a crash on in this area. What would a morning commute be in the Twin Cities without a crash on 35W in Burnsville? However, today at least it is on the southbound side because usually during the morning rush, the heavier traffic. This is where we had a motorcycle crash earlier this morning, so you'll still see some emergency vehicles on the side of the road there, but no major delays related to that. You'll probably experience the delays near the airport based upon the construction being done on Highway 5. Another update in the 7 o'clock hour right now, though. Let's get back to Tom and Don.
All right, thanks so much.
Kelsey?
Hey Keith, yeah, and the good news is most of those have been cleared so far, so if you're about to head out the door, you won't be dealing with many out of the ordinary situations out on the roads. This is I-94 Riverside Avenue, where we do have construction going on. That I-94 improvement project has been causing some extra delays in the westbound direction over the last few days due to a switch up in which lane is actually closed, although each day we seem to be adjusting a little bit better than it, so hopefully we'll continue to see that. By the way, a closure over the weekend on I-94. I will get to that in just a few moments. But first, a peek at another construction zone. This is 694 up in the northeast part of our metro area. Here at Victoria Street, westbound traffic already coming to a slowdown about 15 to 25 miles per hour. But we're getting used to some delays in this region, but it's enough where it got drivers coming eastbound, which is where we have the heavier volume, to slow down just a bit. Going a little bit farther to the east side of town, 35W southbound continues to have some jam-ups at that junction of Highway 10 due to a few different construction issues. One, the ramps to County Road 10 are closed. Also, the stretch of Highway 10 between 35W and 694 eastbound is closed. Over the weekend, prepare for some closures on 35W itself. That'll be between 694 and Highway 10. Now, looking at that stretch of 94 I was showing you earlier, I talked about a closure over the weekend. This weekend, it's going to be the eastbound direction that's closed. Last week, we closed on the westbound side, and that's between 280 and Hiawatha. I'll, of course, keep reminding you guys of that until we get to the weekend. It's only Wednesday. 7-11, guys, back over to you.
All right, thank you, Kelsey. Appreciate it. Patient joins us this morning.
Hello,
Good morning,
expert.
Kelsey.
Hello. Yeah, at your service.
PhD.
Yes, if there was one to be had, I'd go for it.
Yep.
Ready to avoid some traffic?
Sure.
I think we all
Right.
like to be able to do that. Well, you can this week. Park those cars and put your legs to work, because Bike Walk Week in the Twin Cities started this last weekend, and this time it's packed with more events than ever and even gaining some national attention. Here's how Nice Ride works. For $6, you can get 24-hour access to the bikes. Just get your credit debit card, stick it in the machine, wait for the green light, and the bike unlocks. But in order to make sure that there are always bikes available at one of these stations, they say to only keep them for 30 minutes at a time. Otherwise, you'll get charged a little extra. So it's good to find a docking station.
Yeah.
And it's perfect weather now to be
Right.
biking and walking.
Definitely.
So real encouraging.
And I like that too, where once you start, you're hooked.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, 60% come back. That's
It goes to show that, you know, you maybe give it a chance. It might be your thing after
I
all.
like it.
For sure.
There's people of all ages out there. When I was literally hunting people down to interview.
Yes.
Excuse me, you. All different ages. So don't
Yeah,
feel like
on
you
bikes,
can't do
yeah.
it because you're too young or too old.
The way it should be.
Yeah.
Of course, one of the bike-friendliest
Yeah, that's how we are in
cities
Minneapolis.
in the country.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelsey.
We were just talking bike walk, Keith, but you and I can add.
Back to the Fox 9 Morning News. We're glad you're spending part of your Wednesday with us. I'm Kelsey Sobey, and I'm seeing a lot of sunshine on our roadways and not a lot of crashes or out of the ordinary situations that are going to really slow you down today. So that's some good news for you as you head out the door. Here's a look at the crosstown near Bloomington Avenue. We see traffic heavy, especially in the westbound direction. Eastbound flow looking pretty decent. No crashes on the crosstown. That's a nice. Dealing with some closures at County Road 10. Those ramps closed. Highway 10 eastbound still closed between 35W and 694. And actually a stretch of 35W will close over the weekend between Highway 10 and 694. That'll start late Friday night. 35W northbound, some slow moments, especially around the Burnsville split. But overall, really not a bad day. And hopefully, if you're like me and you like that sunshine, you'll maybe even enjoy the drive. Enjoying the sunshine right now is M.A. Roscoe. In fact, cyclists out there. In fact, there was one involved in a crash, so always a good reminder that when the weather gets nice, we do have those bikers, walkers, and motorcyclists out on the road, so use some caution, share the roadways. Here's a look at 494. You like that sunshine? I know I do. The 494 corridor not slowing down too much, but you will need those shades, especially as you head in the eastbound direction. We have a few crashes out there slowing you down. One of those is 36 westbound at Lexington Avenue, so westbound traffic very heavy as you pass by here. Expect some minor delays, but a few extra minutes. So much sun. Our cameras are trying to handle it, but westbound here on 694, another spot near Highway 47 where we have a crash. Let's get up. We have a few of our crashes. One of those, 36 westbound, 694 westbound, and we did have a crash earlier on 94 westbound, yes, but some of the eastbounders slowed down as they were checking it out. So still some delays there. We'll have another traffic update coming up in about 10 minutes, but right now it's 7:39. Well, hello there. Thanks for spending some time with us this morning on the Fox 9 Morning News. It is Wednesday. We made it halfway through the work week, and we're moving at an okay pace on our roadways. Not these guys so much. This is 494 at 24th Avenue. A crash here helped get things a little jammed up along the 494 corridor, so be prepared. Westbounders, you might have a few extra minutes tacked onto that drive time. Looking to 36 westbound, a crash up here near Lexington Avenue, still not cleared. Pulled over the shoulder, but again, we have slowdowns as a result of that. Looking out at 94, where 94 and 65 come together here in this jam cam, we're seeing what looks like an unfortunate way to start your Wednesday morning. Drivers slowing as they pass by this 494 southbound between 94 and Highway 55. 169 also plenty of company on that roadway if you're heading in the southbound direction. Looking a little bit farther to the east, we are seeing that 35W southbound continuing to be a hot spot as it usually is, and then you have the County Road 10 ramps closed and that stretch of Highway 10 eastbound closed between 35W and 694, and things just get even a little bit worse. Looking a little farther to our south, 94 coming into St. Paul, we slow down at Highway 61. And on the south end of town, no crashes down here. That's good to see. Just plenty of congestion, although we do have that crash 494 and 24th, but nothing down on 35W. 7:56 now, we're taking a break.
Kelsey joining us now, and a couple of blips on the roadways this morning here and there.
Per usual, yes, and construction is one of the main culprits. A live look for you right now, and I think most of the heavy traffic in this area just has to do with a lot of people trying to get into the downtown region now. At about the downtown region, we do have a crash reported at 94 and Highway 65, but it looks like some minimal slowing as you pass by there. Most of the heavy traffic around surrounding it just has to do with that downtown congestion in the 8 o'clock hour. 694 westbound still trying to speed up after a couple of different crashes situations up there. One of those, a crash at Highway 47 right now at East River Road. Things are really jammed up, mostly just in the westbound direction though. In the southeast metro, some heavy traffic through Newport and Woodbury. No crashes down there, just a really busy morning. To the southwest metro, for those of you in this region, again, 2 crashes on 494 could add to the slowdowns, but so far, looking at those live traffic cameras, it's looking like a pretty typical day actually. So it's a nice day. You're probably going to enjoy some sunshine on your roadways, and with the details on all, you're going to need your sunglasses for the morning drive, that's for sure. Some nice sunshine out there. We do have a few dark spots, if you will, though, on our traffic map, and that is where we're seeing some slowdowns. Highway 100 southbound, we have traffic backed up all the way to 94 due to a crash here at 36th Avenue. Looks like it involves a couple different vehicles with an ambulance on the scene. There's a chance that they may take a little bit more time to make sure that situation is taken care of. Looking now to 94 at Franklin Avenue, westbounders didn't need any help getting backed up already because this is a construction zone, but we do have a crash here pulled off into that left lane, which is closed due to the I-94 and 694 westbound traffic slow going. We have that construction zone right over here near Highway 10, and then a little bit farther to the west, we had a crash earlier at Highway 47 that got things backed up, so something to think about. Zooming into that stretch of 94, again, that work zone causing some delays as we adjust from, instead of a right lane closure, we now have a left lane closure. And keep in mind, over the weekend, we're going to be having 94 eastbound closing between Hiawatha and 280. That's it from the world of traffic. Tom, take it away.
All right.